Hello there. You're listening to Reading Every Inch with Stalkovitch. And in this series, I go down the garage list in chronological order, from left to right, all the progression vehicles and even some premium vehicles here and there. And I play a game and read off of Wikipedia and other various sources, and I will leave those in the description. And so the first one that we got here is the M41 Walker Bulldog. And I'll begin now. Designed 1944, manufacturer Cadillac. Number built 5,467. The M41 Walker Bulldog, officially 76mm gun tank M41, was an American light tank developed for armed reconnaissance purposes. It was produced by Cadillac between 1951 and 1954 and marketed successfully to the United States Army as a replacement for its aging fleet of World War II vintage M24 Chaffee tanks. Although engineered as a reconnaissance vehicle, the M41's weight and armament also made it effective in close infantry support role and for rapid airborne deployments. Upon entering U.S. service, all M41s received the designation Little Bulldog and subsequently Walker Bulldog after the late General Walton Walker, who was killed in a Jeep accident in 1950. The M41 was the first post-war American light tank to see worldwide service and was exported in considerable numbers by the United States Army, particularly to Asia. Development of the M41 proceeded slowly until the outbreak of the Korean War, when the U.S. Army renewed demands for more tanks resulted in its being rushed into production. The haste with which it was initially produced led to technical problems, which, coupled with relatively cramped dimensions of its whole interior, gave it a mediocre reputation among American tankers. It was also considered too large in comparison to the Chaffee for reconnaissance. Funding for the M41 program was slashed accordingly, and more emphasis placed on the development of new main battle tanks such as the M47 Patton. Cadillac ceased production of the M41A1 in late 1954, and it was replaced by the M551 Sheridan during the during the 1960s. Development. Beginning in 1946, the United States Army commissioned a project to oversee the replacement of the M24 Chaffee light tanks in reconnaissance role. For preliminary purposes, this hypothetical tank was to be known as T-37. However, in the wake of World War II, most armored vehicle development programs suffered from a lack of impetus and adequate funding. The T-37 concept did not reach viability until 1949 when three desperate prototypes were finally built. The second prototype of the trio, T-37 Phase 2, was selected for further testing and received the unique designation T-41. In its final pre-production form, this model was known as T-41E1 to the U.S. Army. The T-41E1 was envisioned as a highly mobile light tank capable of undertaking aggressive reconnaissance and being sufficiently armed to engage the latest Soviet medium tanks if necessary. It was to utilize automotive parts and components already common to the U.S. military vehicles and incorporate a modular hull capable of being converted for a variety of other specialized rules. And that's about it right there. So thanks a lot for tuning in. I could have went a couple seconds longer, but it's about to end now. All right, take care. Have a good one, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye.